So this is on raids. First of all, I gotta say I love the. I guess you could consider it a new storyline. Maybe that's what it's called. Uh, I do love that. Um, I like that Necron is in, and they've introduced some of the Black Lanterns. Actually, I'm hoping like those skins will become available, and you can use them in the game. Like you can change your Green Lantern into the Black Lantern, whatever. Hopefully that comes through. Anyway, so I had this idea based on the Giganta event, which basically, if you saw the videos before, the only reason I was able to survive any of these events was basically because um, if I got Kid Flash to the last round, if I got him to the last wave, he would just affect Giganta's turn meter so much that she would never get a chance to hit. So even if I had weaker characters, if she never gets a chance to hit, then there's no problem for me. I started off with this team for raids: White Lantern Sinestro, Wally West, Captain Atom, and interchange Arcus, and I think that's how you. I don't even know how to say his name. I want to call him Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks because he looks like a chipmunk. Anyway, and Arcus, but I interchange him with Deadshot. They're both 60-10. Right now, this Necron is energy, so it's better to have him in than it is to have um, Deathstroke. But then I thought about that Giganta event and I was thinking, okay, so when the bosses get harder, because this one, I mean, I'm not going to beat him by myself. This is an alliance boss, in case you didn't notice. I'm not going to beat him by myself. So that's okay. I can just take as much damage off of him as I can. But I was wondering about when the bosses get really hard and they can basically one shot you or kill you in two shots. If I could use the same approach that I use with Giganta against these bosses and affect their turn meter, so I know I won't take them out, but at least they don't get a chance to do damage, and I can try to do as much damage to them as possible. Um, I tried it a little bit, and it seemed to work. I'm trying, like right now, I'm doing this recording because partially because I want to see how much damage is done at the end of this, how much the team does. I think it's usually around 10 million, 10.2 million. And I think that the drop off with Kid Flash is, of course, he's of course weaker because he doesn't have a multiplier. But let's see. So yeah, 10.5 million. All right. Now, if this is to work out, let's use this cumbersome filter. All right. So if I use him, I was wondering, okay, so if I'm using turn meter, then if I'm trying to affect his turn meter, I know that his hits won't be as much, but then the rest of the team, one, gets to survive, and two, they can just keep going and going and going without having to wait for him to hit. Uh, so the one thing I noticed, and I don't know if there's another guy who's attacking with me, then the turn meter doesn't show up until after his attack has registered the damage. Another thing, I'm adding all these speed downs, and apparently it doesn't slow down his turn meter at all. Like his turn meter is nuts. I don't know. It feels like honestly the more speed downs I add that his turn meter goes quicker, or maybe I'm just paying attention to it. But it seems as though the attacks from Kid Flash, yeah, see there it goes, knock down some of his turn meter. But it felt like sometimes the turn meter wouldn't be affected with his basic. So let's see, I guess his basic is coming now. Oh, nope, so it's affected there. So overall, I think this philosophy or theory will work. Um, it won't be as effective. I mean, it's clear that it won't be as effective as it was with Giganta because I don't think his turn meter is too powerful for me to be able to knock it down that much. He's apparently just so much faster than Kid Flash. Yep, see there. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Apparently, he's so much faster than Kid Flash that he'll catch up eventually. But so far, it seems to be doing the business. Let's see. Yep, see, it knocks it down some more. And I don't know. I'm about to go back and look at this video and see the last time that he actually attacked me. But this is actually really, really good. Oh. And so now, I guess the goal will be, and then plus you have Wally West who's giving that turn meter up, helping Kid Flash out. Okay. Oh, it looks like it works. Okay. And now it's how much damage? I think it was like 700,000 less. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know what happened in the other one because the other one it was like 9.8 million, but this is 13.2. And that's because I'm thinking the turn meter got kicked off. I don't have to wait for his animations. I don't have to wait for him to decide to attack or lag. His turn meter stays down. I get to keep hitting him, and I can do more damage. That's what's up. All right, so this is the end of this first part of the video for raids. I'm gonna keep on going, probably like this. Okay, so here we go. Trial number 2. Well, I think this is like technically number 3, but the first one, the second one I'm recording of the Kid Flash. I don't know theory. Let's hope to have just as much success as the first one. And I'm really curious as to why, like the first, I mean, I know of course, like just randomly the damage is going to fluctuate. So I can accept that when I don't have Kid Flash and I have like Arcus or Deathstroke, that the average damage is 10.2 million to 10.5 million. All right, that's fine. But excuse me. But with the Kid Flash, the first time I did it, it was, I want to say like 9.8 or something like that. And I was like, okay, that's acceptable to lose that much if the theory works. I won't use it for the lower bosses, just the higher ones. But then this last one that I recorded was actually 13 million. So, and now I'm trying, and I looked, and the last time he attacked me during that whole thing was at, I want to say like a minute 20. This one, the last time he's attacked me is at a minute 10 so far. So yeah, that's one more attack. So at 48, let's say that's 48. Okay. And see, that doesn't seem to have affected his turn meter as much. But we'll see here. Okay. So far 48 seconds was the last time he attacked. That knocked down some of his turn meter right there. So it's been over 30 seconds since he's been able to lay down anything on me. And he's not going to get another chance to. So now let's see what the damage looks like. 11.5. Okay, so that's still better. That's still better than having the multiplier in there, like stunting his turn meter. Okay. And I don't know anyone else that this will be trial number 3. And after this one, if that's still higher than, I mean, this looks like the theory works, honestly. So I'm just doing this third one just to see, just simply because of that first one coming out being like 9.8 or whatever. But all right, this is at 145. Cool. But so far, this looks like this is going to be it. This is what you need to do. Oh, and just so everyone knows, my White Lantern Sinestro, I think he's at 56, 8.5, 7.5, 8.5, I think. Wally West is 7011, Captain Atom 7011, and Kid Flash is 6010. So, and I wasn't paying attention. Now I should have paid attention to when his last attack was, but he has one here. So, okay, 110. Now let's see if we can hold him off and not let him attack again. And in case you're wondering, I only run teams on auto for raid because the time it takes to do anything else. Oh, he attacked again. That's at 52. All right. The time it takes for him to do anything else other than auto. I mean, I know I don't want them using like those. It just is too much. So better just to go auto. All right, so that's at 35. So this time he got away with it. and that's at 25. So now, and this is the thing that I was wondering before, sometimes it seemed to affect his turn meter, and I guess sometimes it didn't. I don't know why exactly. Unless I'm just missing something. So I'm gonna have to do another trial. I don't know, depending on what the score is here. I don't know if I'll record it or not, but so let's see what the damage was on that. See, 9.8. So that's a big disparity. I'm gonna have to do this a little bit more. But so far, if it's between 9.8 and 13 million, and the other one averages at like 10.2 to 10.5, then this is a better system. This works better. Because then I have the chance of having 13 million or 9.8, but I'm not dropping so far below that it's not worth it. So to me, this is what I'm gonna do. This is my approach, but I'm gonna keep running some trials on this.